Hi Capricorn, welcome to Beauty Soul Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the new year for January, and this can apply to any placement that you have in Capricorn. So if you have a placement that is in like the 7th house that is Capricorn, then this could apply and resonate to that sign or that location. So Capricorn, what is going on with Capricorns? Capricorn. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. The World in reverse. Something is not yet complete. Let's see. Capricorn. Still in a process. What is coming out for Capricorn? We have the 6 of Inspiration. This is a lot like your last reading that was talking about you were standing out in some way, but you were like, hello, like you were calling out in some way. So this is something that's public. There's something public going on, something in the spotlight. And then we have the Hanged Man. The Muse of Inspiration. Yes. I feel like you're aggravated. I feel like you, this is the same as the last reading. I feel like you're like making turns. There's this part of you that's like, are you kidding me? Like, are you really serious right now? This is what I have to do. You're making like very quick and very intelligent decisions. Like you're making, your decision making is swift. You're very swift in the way that you're like, in the way that you are making, in the way that you show yourself. You're very swift and you're very intelligent. I feel like there's something that's aggravating you though, because we have the 9 of Voices, 9 of Swords basically, and the 2 of Materials. This is you being in this place where you're holding on to what you have, but you're stressed, like you're being turned in different directions. In a way, it feels like that. And then this keeps coming out to say, are you serious? Like there's a solid, there's something very like sharp about your energy. If you haven't watched the first Capricorn reading about yelling, or I think it's called Yelling to the Top of Your Lungs, that reading is very similar to this. I feel like you're waiting for something, but you're like, what do you want me to wait for? And then here, this Muse of, what is it? Muse of Inspiration, which is a fire sign. Fire sign. Or no, it's the Ace of Wands. This person is just like, you're the person on the path. But the path is kind of confusing. And then it keeps going back to this, like, really? So you're just sitting here. Basically in a place of, like, this part again is humorous, where you're like, okay, here I am, this is what I'm doing. This is just you being very clear about what you're saying, like very clear and direct about what you're saying. Like, this is how it is. This is the way it is. This is the way that I'm doing this. And you're used to it, but you're not necessarily used to it. You're like, really? This is the place I'm in? Or this is where I'm standing in some way? And then there's a part of you that just sits there like, okay, here I am. It seems more so like you're waiting for something. No, it's not that, because then she comes back in and she's like, no, that's not the way it works. Yeah, so there's something that's irritating you, just like in the last reading. You're like, let me see. Capricorn, and it doesn't want to come out. It doesn't want to budge. So something is just not wanting to budge for you. It's not so much for you. It's just that's the way that it's going. Not wanting to budge. Capricorn. The Devil in reverse. Okay. I hear you say, oh, so you're telling me you're telling me that this is how it works. And there's something about the way that it works that is part of the situation. Oh, so this is what you're telling me, is basically what you're saying. I have to go through this like this. It's also like an untying in some way, like an undoing that you weren't quite aware of, like you weren't completely open to or understanding. You haven't even been maybe aware that this was actually a plan, like an undoing of some kind. You're like, oh, so yeah, it's a path. The Muse of Materials, you're being led forward in some kind of way. It's very beautiful and it's very positive. You just don't expect it for the way that it is. But you're understanding like, oh, so it's sort of like a reversal of some kind. I feel like you're making a scene, like you're making a scene in public. Like, hey, can someone listen to what I'm saying? But then something pulls you back, even though something pulls you back. And it's one of those things where, oh, this is undone, this is undone, this is undone, or this is reversed. It's not a chain. It's really hard to explain. It's like, this is an opening for where you're supposed to go. But this somehow has to be revisited. This has to be gone through in some sort of way. Okay, Capricorn, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful. And I hope to see you soon. All right, bye.